What's up, YouTube land? It's Darth Shaggy, and I'm here with what quite possibly could be my very first Big Brother video. And as if you can tell by the title above, this is going to be my recap of Big Brother 22 All Stars. Um, this is the first season that I had the All Access, which I'll get into that in here in a little bit. I was actually going to do like a series of videos starting at the beginning of the season and do like a weekly update video, whatever. But I was distracted through the first half of the season, and I didn't. I wasn't able to watch a lot of the. I mean, I didn't get to watch. I didn't have time to shoot videos, is what I should say, during that time. But so I thought, why not just do a year in recap and give some of my pros and cons of the season, and then I will do who my prediction of who's going to actually win it, um, or try to predict, or my thoughts on predicting whatever. Anyway, let's start at the beginning though. I picked my favorite three people at the very beginning of the season. They haven't changed, even though some of them aren't on the show anymore. But I also there was people that I didn't care much for that I'd seen in previous seasons and I just didn't care much for. All in all, the cast was pretty good, but there, like I said, there was a couple people I just didn't care much for, and they really didn't do anything this season either. Um, and I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for the first two. I'm not a big Janelle fan at all, and I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for that. And I know she's picked to be the fans' choice, whatever. But I'm just not that big. She didn't do anything this season, and I started watching a little bit of my past. I started watching in season 8, and I've watched every season up through 22, with the exception of I missed season 19 and I missed season 21. So a couple of the people I never saw. I never saw Kaser, never saw Nicole A, never saw um, David, and I never saw Christmas in action in their seasons. And that might be why I'm not a big Kaser fan either. But I just Janelle and Kaser, they're supposedly this power duo, but they really didn't do anything this season. Granted, Kaser was a good talker. I mean, he put his heart on the line when he was talking, so that was kind of cool to watch. But I don't see why everybody is so gung ho about Janelle. Honestly, sorry, I know I'm gonna get some hate for that, but I'm just not that big of a fan of hers. Another person I didn't care much for on his original season or this season was Kevin. I don't know. There was just something I don't know. I wasn't a big Memphis fan either. Um, when he took the power trip, when he got his first HOH, was just annoying. He was like, oh, I hate it when people play like that. I like it when they're more personable. Um, and then I think those some of them that actually grew on me were Enzo. He he was hilarious to watch. Ian grew on me. I didn't care much for him in his original season. He kind of grew on me this season. Devon grew on me a little bit. I haven't been able to. I didn't care much for her the first couple seasons she was on, but she grew on me a little bit this season. Kind of mainly because of her story. Um, and then there was a couple others. Their names are slipping right now. But I wasn't much of a Christmas fan, but I had never seen her play before, so I didn't know what to expect. Now, some of the people I do like was one of the, if I were to pick a top four, she would be my top four, was Keisha. I thought she was hilarious in the first season, but she was a little I mean, she wasn't there long enough to really do anything this season. So I mean, that kind of sucked. But my top three picks of the season, one of them is actually still on the show. Um, were I like Tyler, but this season he kind of played a wimpy. I'm not a wimpy. I mean, he was powerful, but I don't know. He wanted to quit so many times. I can understand why. He probably wanted to go home to Angela, um, which any red blooded American or American male, whatever. Um, and then my second pick was very first episode I ever watched. It was like I saw the conversation between her and somebody else, well, her dad, and it was just like these two are amazing to watch, and they caught my attention, both of them. And she ended up coming in second in season 8. The very first episode I ever watched was a conversation between Evil Dick and Danielle. And Danny, I didn't care much for the way she played the second time around. This time around, she came in. She was a under the radar powerhouse. She was getting everybody else to turn on each other. I mean, not turn on each other, but to do her dirty work, and she was doing it really good. But she got caught too early, and it kind of sent her out the door. And my other top three, for personal reasons, I really liked her in the first 2 seasons that she was in, but in season 18, I was in the hospital with my mom, and we were watching the finale, and my mom was really sick. She could barely talk. She was having lung problems and everything. She was going in for a test. We were watching it. She wasn't a fan of the show. She didn't watch it very much. But she was watching the finale with me and saw that it got down to Paul and Nicole. And she couldn't see the final. So she went to have her test. And when she came back, she asked who won. And I said, well, Nicole did. And she goes, the girl? I said, yes. And she pulled her oxygen mask back and went, yes. And put it back on. And it was kind of cool, kind of a moment between the two of us. And I thought if I never watched another Big Brother again, that would be a way to top it off, because we later found out that she had ALS and she passed away in December of that year. But that was the last episode, if that would have been the last episode. But I came back and watched season 20, and I've obviously watched season 22. But Nicole is my other top three, and she's the only one that's still standing. And the season has been really good. It's had its ups and downs. I mean, there's been hits and misses. The Zingbot was hilarious again this year. The how Otev was pretty cool. A lot of the favorites are in there. The only thing is, this was the very first year that I had All Access, and I gotta say I'm a little let down by the All Access. Every time I got on there, if there was a picture on there, I got to watch it maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and it would go to stars, and then it would be off. So it was like, what's the point of having it if you're only going to get to watch 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 minutes of it at a time? Or I could, unless I wanted to turn it on in the middle of the night and watch them sleep all night, which was kind of annoying. But yeah, so I was a little let down by that. So don't know if I'll do it again next year, but that was a test. But the season itself was, like I said, was good. I mean, there was wasn't a whole lot of drama, but when there was drama, it was like firecrackers. I loved the prank wars were hilarious. Just the year, even though it seems kind of funny, but the final 3 look back was cool to watch. Some of the behind the scenes stuff, like the diary room crying and the Nicole peeing her pants and all that kind of stuff was really pretty funny to watch. So all in all, it was a good season. It was better than some other ones I've seen, but it wasn't the best. Now going forward, today is the 27th of October, Tuesday the 27th. Tomorrow is Wednesday the 28th, which means tomorrow we grant the winner of the final 3. As we already know, Nicole won the first head of household. And spoiler alert, if you plug your ears if you don't want to hear, but 3, 2, 1, Cody has won the second HOH. So it's going to be Nicole and Cody. And my predictions of the winner will be, if Nicole wins the HOH and cuts Cody, she's going to win. If she cuts Enzo, she's coming in second. If Cody wins, he's won the whole thing. The only way anybody's going to win is if Cody gets cut. That's unfortunately that's how it is. I didn't mention Cody earlier. I wasn't a big fan of Cody, but he kind of grew on me, and like I said, Enzo grew on me too. So I don't really mind who wins. I'd like to see, my favorite would be Nicole winning, and that's my opinion. What is your opinion though? Let me know what you guys thought of the season. Leave it down in the section below. If you're hecked off that I don't care much for Janelle, leave that in the thing below. I'll read it. I'll chuckle, whatever. No offense to the people themselves. It's just the way they portray themselves on TV. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of season 22 All Stars, and I will probably come back and do a recap of the finale. Probably sometime Thursday, I guess. We'll have to see. But anyway, until next time, keep watching Big Brother and have a good day and stay safe out there. I know we got snow here. Actually, we got ice today, so it's been really slick. People are crashing their cars left and right. So be careful out there. Be nice to each other. Until next time, I'll see ya. Shaggy out.